talk about Cuba, but I'm sure you guys already kind of know the whole thing with that.
That's another smear. I mean,
trying to talk about how he fucking supports Cuba.
Because God forbid you have a nuanced opinion about major global world historical leaders.
And not just...
How come with Saudi Arabia, Trump and Obama and Bush, they gargle Saudi Arabia's balls and praise them and don't see anything negative about them? But when it comes to Castro, yeah, he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But no one talks about how Batista, the dictator before, was a big piece of shit.
Well, because the Saudis are good capitalists.
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's...
Yeah, no.
People cannot have any nuance.
I know. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. I think this is worth touching on, and I know our listeners probably already agree with this. The things that came out of the Cuban Revolution were terrible and incredibly sad, and a lot of people died that maybe didn't necessarily have to happen. But you know what? When violent revolutions happen, and I wish maybe it would have gone a different way with Cuba, where it didn't end up becoming a dictatorship by Fidel, but would have been an actual dictatorship of the proletariat.
You got to remember there is USSR.
Yes,
influenced.
It wasn't just and the USSR wants a strong, you know what I mean? It's empire building in another way.
Influence.
So in that sense, that's another side other than just the pure human loss. That's sad because it could have been something more. But look, Fidel and that movement with Che Guevara and stuff liberated those people from the yoke of American imperialism. Mm-hmm. And you know what? That country would have been turned into an absolute, dare I say, shithole if we would have continued to allow Batista and U.S. foreign fucking development there, man. It would have lost all of its culture, and the people would have just been
and there is something to praise how they have the same lifespan as U.S. citizens because they have great health care.
Yes,
there is some shit to say to that. And Bernie also praised how the Cuban people and how they're loyal to Cuba and shit. And I don't see any. He's just able to see the reality of things. The big picture things, and not just this black and white evil empire. You know what I mean,
dude? Think about how wild it is that this little island nation in the middle. Because let's be honest, the entire Western Hemisphere, all the way out through the Pacific, just bordering on Japan, is that whole half of the planet is the American empire, right?
Yeah.
And here, in the middle of it, literally the Caribbean's the middle of the American empire, right, is this little island nation that managed to overthrow a U.S. government-backed thing and remain free. Think about that. That's insanely inspiring, whether or not you agree with the politics of it.
Taking the divine to spend a little time at my grave. 'Cause if the stars are shining, I'm feeling so divine. I need to find my soul until it's